Yo, let's go. What it do? Come on in. 'Cause I'm telling you, y'all gotta show you both some love today. Man, I was actually worried about being able to come and do this tonight because the weather has been so crazy. I mean, it's been like that all across the nation. Just a couple hours ago, in my city, we had a tornado just, come through like it wasn't nothing. But it's all good. I still got service, and that's the biggest thing I was worried about, still having service. And I still got service, so God say, let the show go on. That's how we do it, though. But as you coming in, do your boy a favor. Go ahead and share this out to as many people as you can. I'm pretty new to doing this on Instagram. So a lot of people don't know about Grind Time Live, but it's gonna get out there with y'all help. So help your boy out. Go on, share this out, show some love, and we finna get this hype. But you already know, before we even get started, I gotta ask you that question. Have you cleansed your body today? Have you cleansed your body this week, this month, this year? Because I know a lot of us, we either don't know or we be avoiding it. But you shouldn't avoid it, because you don't need to avoid it. You just need to get with us and get the best natural cleanse you ever find. Not only is it the best working, but it's the best tasting one you ever gonna find. So stop playing, go on, get with us and get that ISOT. Today I'm gonna mix up me some what Mr. Grind Time coined as the AP Plus, because it's the Arnold Palmer, the tea and lemonades, the Arnold Palmer, but it's got so many more benefits. And not to mention, it's a green tea and not that old bitter black tea that y'all be drinking. I mean, I know everybody love they sweet tea, but it's lighter, it's smoother, and then when you mix it with this right here, that's the best AP you gonna get. So get yourself some. If you ain't got none yet, get you some. But yo, I'm finna go on and mix this up. I'm finna drop a little bit of music for y'all. And we finna get this party started. Cause you already know what time it is. Let go.
Wake up in the morning, time to rise and shine. Hit the grind, ain't no way I'm falling behind. Every dollar earned is a step to a line. Mr. Grind Time, watch how I redefine. Hustle hard, never looking back. This is where legends are made, that's a fact. This is Grind Time Live, and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. This is Grind Time Live, and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. Total life changes, gotta push through the pain. Health over wealth, but we still stacking gains. Motivation in my veins, driving me insane. Never satisfied, I forever remain. The clock's ticking, can't waste a beat. Every move I make, I'm feeling the heat. This is Grind Time Live, and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. So step to the climb, let's chase what we dream. Mr. Grind Time, building our team. This is Grind Time Live, and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie.
Yo, yeah, I've been playing with that music lately, yo. I had that one. It just get you crunk, it get you hype. You gotta love it. But yo, how y'all doing today? How y'all feeling? Like I said, you coming in, make sure you share this out. It's your boy, Mr. Grind Time, here on another beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Like I was saying earlier, ain't no matter what the weather doing, we gonna keep it going. But I do want to say, if you out there and y'all weather acting crazy like ours, just please be safe. Pay attention to those warnings, because like I say, we gotta our warning hit, and then next thing you know, they said it was one on the ground coming straight at us, and it started in East Texas and shot straight through Shreveport and kept going. Basically, ran out 20. I think it's somewhere around Mississippi right now. It was moving fast, but it was hard. It was strong. So, and I think they got stuff going on in New Jersey. I mean, stuff like that all across the nation. So, like I say, please be safe out there and pay attention to those warnings. Keep a backup plan because you don't want to get caught up in, if y'all wasn't anything like ours, it could change like that. So, please be safe. But, now I got that out the way. I tell you, I got another special one for y'all. I got a special young queen. I call her young because she tried to say she like 60 years old. And I'm like, you got to show me ID because I don't see 60 nowhere. I had to pick it. I had to pick on her. But yo, she's special in so many ways. If you ever met her, she's quiet. She's shy. But she have a smile that will light up any room. She has a spirit about her that, I mean, it's magnetic. So, well, you know what? Yeah, we're going to let y'all meet this queen. Tonight, I got Queen Candace Long coming on with me. Y'all light up the chat for her. Show her some love. Give her some fire. Do everything you can. What just happened? Accept. There it is. There it
Hey,
is. There it is. There's a smile. Hey, Miss Candace, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What they say, another day in paradise.
That's right.
I am, I am so loving this on Instagram. It runs a lot smooth on Instagram. See, I brought it from Facebook to Instagram because there was so many problems. Every time I hit the button, they would have to go on and off about 4 or 5 times. I mean, and it came on one shot. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm I'm an Instagram rookie, so this is a first.
Hey, you all good. Okay, you on here. And well, let me go ahead and officially welcome you. This is episode 41 of the hottest new podcast, gracing your screen. Welcome to Prime Time Live. And you ain't got to worry about it.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna be smooth. It's gonna be cool. Everybody love you already. So, just be you. This ain't one of them crazy off the wall interview shows. You ain't got to worry about
Okay, good.
it. but first of all, let me ask you, what's your favorite mix?
The lemonade with the tropical punch.
Okay, the tropical aid. That's what I mix up the names. Mix up the flavors. You gotta mix up the names, right?
That's right.
I just wanted to get you calm, get you relaxed a little bit. But yo, you ready to get this started, Miss
I'm
Candace?
ready. Let's go.
All right. I always start the podcast, and everybody, if you haven't watched one of my podcasts before, I always start the podcast with this one question, and you're gonna see you never get the same answer, the same actual answer twice. So that question is, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Was it the amazing products that got your attention, or was this amazing business opportunity that got you to join this family called Total Life Changes?
It's funny because for me it was neither. It wasn't the products and it was not the business opportunity. It was family. It was my loyalty to my son, my youngest son. You've met my oldest son, but my
Oh,
youngest son actually introduced me to Total Life Changes. And he's real calm and mild mannered, very different from Xavier. And he came to me and he was excited about something. And so that got my attention. But then he, you know, we'll probably talk about this later, but in the business, you need a person on your left and you need a person on your right. And so
mhm.
he needed a second person. And it's my son. So obviously I said yes. So that's how I got into Total Life Changes for my son, not for the products, not for the business, but later on that changed. So
Okay. Okay. Hey, it's always good, help our family sometimes. But you say later on that changed. Uh-oh, talk to me. What?
So
So what you do? Using these products and fell in love?
absolutely. So when he came, at that time, the main thing that we talked about was the tea. It was all about the tea. And so I joined the business. I ordered the tea. The tea came. Obviously, I needed to try it because I can't talk about something that I don't know anything about. So I tried the tea, and I think we got this disclaimer. This is my story. Your results might be different. I'm not making any medical claims. I'm telling you what happened for me.
Yeah.
So I got the tea and I started drinking the tea, following the instructions. I usually follow directions. And at that point, I had gone through every weight loss option that was out there. Slim Fast, Atkins, Weight Watchers, you name it, I did it. And so I was, yeah, sure, I'm gonna lose. We had the phrase back then, lose 5 pounds in 5 days. And I didn't believe it, but I did. I lost 7 pounds.
I,
But what happened for me, which was more important than the weight loss, was I started noticing that I was not using my inhaler. I have asthma, and I used to use my asthma inhaler once or twice a day. Like I could go through an inhaler couple weeks or not the standard month. And so I started realizing that I wasn't using my inhaler, and the only thing that I had done different was drink the tea. And so
mm,
you lose 7 pounds and you're not using your inhaler every day. It gets your attention, like what's really going on here. And that's how that started. So I guess after supporting my son, it was the products that got me next.
that's cool. That's cool. And yeah, like she said, we don't make any miracle claims. We don't claim to cure, mitigate any diseases. Results will vary, but these are the type of stories that people have when they start using these products, and it is what it is. But like I said, this is her own personal story, so nobody don't report me to the SEC. So, but it's all good. But so you drop pounds.
I did.
You dropped basically you dropped the inhaler. Wow, did you start back working out, start back moving?
So at that point, it's funny to say, this was 10 years ago. And I spent
Huh?
10 years ago. And
Okay.
the reason that I remember, because I don't, I'm not big with dates and stuff. Sometimes I have to ask my kids their age because I just don't get caught up in those details. But I knew that it was 10 years ago because at that time I said that I wanted to be fit and free by the time I turned 50. So fit and free by 50 was my little catchphrase back then. And you said it in the beginning. I'm now 60. So it was 10 years ago. And I think it was in September, and so 10 years later, here
I
we
was,
are.
I was waiting on the fit and free by 50. I was like, yeah, I ain't want to spoil that myself. I wanted to say it like when I was talking about you, introducing you, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil it. How many of
Yeah.
y'all
I
would you
wanted
like
to
to
be,
have a test? I'm
it
sorry. Go ahead.
wasn't just about physical though for me at that point. I wanted to be fit and I wanted to be free physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. And so those four things were important. And back then, hearing about this opportunity felt like a way for me to do some of those things. And it turned out to be that's exactly what it did.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm finna say, how many of y'all would like to have a catchphrase like that? Fit and free by 50. All you got, it's all up to you. You just gotta make the moves. She said yes. She made the moves, and now look at that smile. I'm gonna keep going back to it because I mean, you like I said, you said you was 60, and I'm like first it got me when you said when X said his mom. I'm like, oh, mom, yeah, Candace, hold up, what? Hold up, you like my age? What you mean your mom?
Yeah, that's my firstborn.
Yeah, I got a kick out that. I'm like, man, I did not know that she was old enough to have a kid my
Thank
age. But
you.
what we Team Shaw represent?
Team Shaw. Here we
So
are.
that's what I thought. I've had a lot of Team Shaw in here. That's Team Shaw show love. I give it. I had number love for Team Shaw, but we all still Team TLC.
Right. One team, one dream.
There you go.
We
There
got
you
different
go.
names, but we all have the same goal. We literally want to change lives, our own and other people's.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Exactly. So you're gonna be another 10 years later?
God willing.
There you go. I can see you on stage, going on stage and saying, "Yep, I'm 70 years old and I still look like this."
Exactly. Exactly.
So, what are the problems? Because I remember I was, did a little research. And I ran across your Liberty story before. What other problems were you dealing with? Because you come through a lot of problems.
A lot of my problems stemmed from weight. We don't think about what the extra weight does on our body. I had to have knee replacement,
Mm.
hypertension, all of these things that are directly related to excessive weight. And so once I started losing the pounds, I started finding some of these other things were lessened. Like I had my left knee replaced and I was scheduled to have my right knee replaced, but through all of the different things, weight loss, detox, anti-inflammatory, before I had the surgery, they did the x-ray and the doctor was like, we don't need to do it. So going from supposed to have a knee replaced to not having it, things like that, they're major, but you don't really think about them. Like when I sit back now and I think about it, when I'm talking to you about it, it's like that was pretty major that I did not have to have my other knee replaced.
Yes, very much so. I would say so. Let me ask, how many pounds are you down? Do you know?
So this is, you know, I don't know how to be anything but transparent. And sometimes, but in all transparency, I have fluctuated because of my own doing. I said it on one of our Team Shaw calls to Ambassador Birchfield. You can out eat the products. You know, just
True.
because you're consuming the products does not mean that you're going to lose weight if you're eating way more than you should be eating. So originally I lost 50 pounds over the course of those that first year or so. But then life was happening. Like, whoo, I retired and then all these other things started happening and I probably gained those 50 pounds plus. And so now I think that because I had to break up with the scale because I'm most obsessed with the scale. I would get on there and then I would be frustrated. And then in my frustration, I would do the thing that I do, and that's eat. I'm an emotional eater, so I get on the scale and don't say what I wanted to say, so I just go eat. So I had to break up with the scale. So I think that now I I just because me and Xavier just finished this fruit challenge.
Mm.
It's a whole nother thing. And at that point, I remember I told him that I'm finally back to where I was when I had lost the first 50 pounds. So I guess I done lost the 50 pounds twice now.
So you lost 100
Yeah.
pounds. That's cool though. I'm glad you said you're an emotional eater because I always say health comes in five pillars of health: mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial. That's where the emotional part come in there because a lot of people do eat their emotions, and until you learn, get that control, learn how to control it, it's going to happen, and you're going to actually be, like you saying, being counterintuitive with your products and everything you doing. And I heard some the other day, it's like you can't out exercise a bad diet. You can't
Mhm.
out supplement a bad diet.
Yeah.
You know, it all is gonna come back to your diet. So being that you're making those changes, that's what making the whole world a difference. I tell people the product that's just a cheat code. That's to give you the extra, you know, but you still gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. The
And
products aren't miracle workers.
yeah, that's why we got the shirt that say we make no miracle claim right there.
That's funny that you have that shirt and I say that. I didn't, but it's true.
Yeah, I got this. It's from Decor Brown.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had to when he first started saying it. I'm like, he said, I'm gonna put this on a shirt. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get. I got like 4 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
But that's what it is, though. We don't make any miracle claims, but you can be at the health you want. You can be at the size you want. You can be at the weight you want. But yeah, my motto to my actual brand, Never Satisfied Health and Wellness, my LLC. The motto to that is watch the transformation, not the scale. Because a
Mhm.
lot of people do what you just said and get caught up on the scale and they be like, okay, it's not moving. But you can drink too much water today. You don't weigh yourself at the same time. You can wake up in the morning and you know it could be your scale can say 3 pounds heavier, and
Right.
you be like, but I ain't did nothing.
And then you're frustrated, and then the cycle just continues. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, that's a good. I'm glad you said that, so we can get people to don't pay attention to the scale as much. If you're gonna weigh yourself maybe once a week, you know, if you're working hard, you know, you're doing what you need to do, maybe once a week,
I
and
was
that's
weighing
just to see.
myself every day, sometimes twice a day. I
Yeah,
was I was obsessed.
you ain't the only one. You're not the only one. No, it's a lot of us out there. But as y'all see, people, don't weigh yourself every day, twice a day, 3 times a day. Don't do it. It's gonna keep you. It becomes addictive. I'm telling you. So, Miss Candace, what's for the future of Miss Candace Long?
Well, for
That's a
me,
hard question, I know.
because I feel like I've achieved a lot of things that I wanted to do. Right now, I'm at a point in my life where I just want to have a peaceful, pleasant life where I can, take care of my grandkids and spend time with my sons and travel and, you know, really do things that I want to do. I I always say I get to do these things now. I didn't always get to do what I wanted to do. Now I'm at a point where I get to do the things that I want to do, and that's spend time with my family, spend time with my husband. Next month I will have been married for a year, and so I'm like a newlywed still.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
But um, dang, you made me figure out what I was gonna say when you said that. I'm like, oh snap! I get excited. I get excited for other people, like you know, and my mind started going. My mind been going fast. But oh, I hate when this happens.
It's okay. It'll come back to you.
Oh man, I'm trying to keep it going. I'm trying to keep it going there because I don't write anything down. Everything I do is out. Now that's what I base Grind Time Live off of, to keeping everything true, real, authentic. You know.
I know because I reached out to you and I was like, so what you gonna ask me and what we gonna talk about and you're like, it's gonna be okay. Because I was looking for the script. It
Yeah,
wasn't one.
that's what it is. I don't believe in script, even though I still do. Even though I do this live, I don't believe in script because you. I want you to speak really from your real, true life experience, your heart.
Right.
Straight
Not
up, and
something
not
practice.
yeah. And I don't want it to be like, oh, okay, yeah, they rehearsed that. No,
Right.
But then the only, like I said, the only problem that come in is when my mind started working too fast.
Right.
Because I mean, if back then we didn't have the diagnosis, but they would diagnose me with like ADHD or whatever. But I'm like, no, it's just
No,
my
we got
mind works faster
NRG
than
for
my
that.
mouth.
We got NRG for that. It will help you with that.
And I can admit, I didn't take it today. I didn't take it today only because my day got totally screwed up and I forgot to. Don't talk about me.
It happens. Look, life happens, and sometimes we forget. You take it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'll be back on it tomorrow because I mean I've been going strong for 4.5 years. Oh, yeah, it's been 4.5 years. And I ain't stopping now. Can't stop, won't stop, ain't that
That's
right?
right. That's it.
So you gonna be in Detroit in August?
That is my plan. That is definitely my plan. You know, my team. Let me talk about my team for a second, because I have moments where I still am amazed at the fact that I can say my team. And I sent out a reminder to my team, my tribe, because there are some people that are not on my team that are on my team, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
And so I know that Zeta is on here, and I know that D'Angelo is on here. I saw Xavier, I see Latrice, and people could be doing anything else this 8/27 on a Tuesday night. And I just appreciate the support of the people that I care about.
Yeah.
I care about them, they care about me, and they show it. And I appreciate that. And I never wanted to take that for granted. I didn't say his name, and this is one of those mother things. I always seem to sort of neglect Xavier, but he's on the call too. And so with Xavier, he's my oldest, and I I know that I pushed him because I was a single mom, and I wanted him to not fall into anything negative. And so I pushed him harder than I pushed his brother, but he has truly been like my best friend now that he's grown now, so I don't have to worry about certain things. And so he's like one of my best friends. And so I know he's here, and he always supports me and motivates me, and he challenges me too. So I just, thanks, Xavier.
For sure. Yeah, X cool as heck. Did you? Yeah, you saw our episode. Yeah, we had fun on here.
So
Like I said,
let
that's what
me
made
say
it.
this. I saw the episode, and I'm still his mother. And I was like, where did he get that mouth from? But every person has to be who they are. We have
Yes.
to meet people where they are, and we have to allow people to be themselves. And Xavier is really himself. Sometimes he curses, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world, because he's very passionate. And I
Yeah.
noticed on your call that when he gets passionate, he gets he gets a little louder and all that. But people are people, and we have to love people as they are. Yes, as a mom, I might be thinking, why he cursing so much? But as his friend and as his business partner, it's like, he's not hurting anybody. He's doing his thing. So,
Yeah. Definitely, definitely. And he has, such an inspiring story, and he inspires others, but yeah, he gets. That's just no. We all react different ways when that passion starts to come out. Because I
right,
don't know, I started bouncing, and I started doing all that when mine started going. Getting closer to the camera, and so
right.
that's it's totally understandable. But I mean, everybody can't be like smooth, calm, and chill like Miss Candace.
Right. Everybody's different, and that's the way God created us. He created Xavier to be Xavier. He created Candace to be Candace. He created Gary to be Gary. Not some cookie cutter of something else. And so that's one of the things that I really do enjoy about Total Life Changes is we all get to be who we are. Like everybody is different. We come from all kind of different places and different backgrounds, and we all have different goals for our future and for our business. And I really like that.
I promise you, I was just gonna go on that same area and say about the same thing. That's why I love this company. It brings people from all walks of life. But when we get together, bro, like they say, blood can make us no closer, right?
Right. I
We
agree.
get together, that the atmosphere is electric. That's
And
why,
that's why events are so important.
yeah, that's why it's fam, regardless.
Right.
Y'all my fam, whether you
Right.
like it or not.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
Queen Mary, Coach Mary. Oh, I can't think of her last name. Coach Mary always,
Mary Ellen?
she always
Mary
say,
Ellen?
huh? Yeah,
Mary Ellen?
she always say, uh, we love you. What she say? We love you with agape love, and ain't
Nothing
nothing
you
you can do
can
about
do about it. Right.
it. I love that line. I love that line because that's what it is. It's all about, coming in, showing love to each other. It don't matter what team you're on, no matter when you join, no matter what state you're in, what city you're in, what country you're in.
Right.
We all are after the same goal. That's to get this world as healthy as possible while getting ourselves as healthy as possible.
That's it.
So it's a war we fight. We're all soldiers, lieutenants, or whatever you want to call yourself in this army. And we're going to keep pushing because that's what it's all about.
Right. I agree.
This Candace, I still can't believe you've been there 10 years, though. My
I
bad.
have. I have 10 years. Look, look. This old
Oh, not the
flat,
OG.
old
OG.
bag of tea. This the good right here.
How you feel that? Because I've heard your name. I've been here. I've heard your name before, but I can't believe we actually never actually met in person.
Right. Well, in
Hmm.
the beginning, obviously my last name has changed, but in the beginning, I was very quiet and I'm still quiet, but sort of behind the scenes and almost invisible. And so that might be why.
That's cool. That's why I had you come on Grind Time Live so we can bring you to the front line.
Right. Zed has been trying to do that for years.
Yeah, we can bring you to the front line. I got you covered, Coach Zed. I got you covered. Because we need more, we need you to come on in. Come on, tell your story. I mean, yep, dropping 50 pounds twice. One time is hard.
Right.
Twice, that means you have to reset your mind. You're like, I'm finna go on do this time. And I'm gonna keep it this time.
Yeah.
Then that causes you to have to be able to breathe better. Let me say that. You can breathe better.
Exactly. And it makes a difference. I remember going to my doctor, for my little annual visit, and he was like, "So what's going on? Because you haven't needed the refills, Like I used to have to get a refill every month, and sometimes I would have to call to get one before the month was over. And so he noticed that, like, what's going on that you're not using? And now I keep an inhaler just because,
Yeah,
but I hardly ever use it.
yeah,
Hardly
that's
ever.
that's what it's about.
And I drink this every day. Every day. I can tell, like, there was I had surgery a year and a half ago, I think it was, and I had to do a liquid diet. but I couldn't drink the tea because they didn't want me cleansing out the little bit that I was eating. And so I could tell the difference with my breathing then.
Mm.
And I just don't miss it now. I like every day I drink it regardless. It's like water. When I drink the lemonade and tropical punch together, I use the brew tea as the base.
Yeah.
When I drink the Delgada, I use the brew tea as the liquid. So every day.
Okay, okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that your weight really can affect your breathing, period. Whether you're diagnosed with asthma or bronchitis or anything like that, your weight can affect that big time. Like a lot of people, like me, whenever I put my weight on, because
Hmm.
I just, with my body style, I have to put the weight on to be able to cut it up and try to keep my size. But when I put that weight on, I found myself I started snoring. I sleep with my mouth open, when I
Hmm.
sleep, and I wasn't doing back before. So the weight causes all kind of breathing problems. I think because the visceral fat start pushing on your lungs, it's the problem. I'm not a, I don't I'm not a doctor, so don't
Right.
quote me. I just done research. I am an ex-pharmacy technician, but that ain't the same.
Right. But weight affects so many things.
Yes, yes, and we're finding that out now, especially nowadays, and especially in the United States. We are less mobile. We are, it's more people in wheelchairs and scooters now than ever before, and a lot of it is just because of weight. If we can get everybody just up walking, detoxing, uh, drinking your NutriBurst, if we can just get you up and get you just on a regimen,
Right.
then you can get that quality of life back. That's what it's about, that longevity, that quality of life. Like, it don't matter if you got $20 billion if you don't have the
You
health
have
to enjoy it.
nothing. You have nothing if you don't have your health. When I get on the, every day I try to get on the treadmill in the mornings. I call it treadmill therapy. And one of the things that I always say, and I say it because I believe it, whatever you do today, get moving. Like you have to move. Everybody's not going to go to the gym. I'm personally not going to go to the gym because I don't like to exercise with other people around. But I have to move. I can't just sit, you know, go walk around the block, go do something
Yeah,
and just move. That exercise, whatever that is,
yeah,
do it every day.
yeah, exactly. Do something. You said it perfect. Do something, because long as you start doing something, the more you do it, the more your body gonna want to do it. So next thing you know, you're gonna be doing more and more and more. That's how I ended up becoming a personal trainer, because I got kind of tricked into the company, but it's all good. They messed around and gave me some product, and once I finally got them off the shelf and tried them, okay, so I started getting on them. I started getting all that extra energy back I used to have back when I was, doing my MMA fighting, So I'm like, oh, so now I'm working out all the time. I'm using these products all the time, and I got all this extra energy to burn. I'm like, huh, I might as well help train other people. So I went and got a certified personal trainer. All because of this, this, this company.
That's good though. You got to have something.
This company. I know, and I represent TLC everywhere I go. I always got something on that say TLC, and I don't see myself going nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get into my story right now about, but you may want to quit, but you always got somebody that can remind you of why you started.
Remembering why you started is important. I mean, you know, our why might change over the years, our goals change, but the basic doesn't change. You know, you want to help people. That doesn't change. How you do that might look different, but your desire to help people doesn't change. You want to be healthier. That might look different, but the
Yeah.
goal of you wanting to be healthier doesn't change. You want financial freedom. It might look different. You might work a job. You might be in network marketing. You might, win the lottery. I don't know. But the goal is still there. You want to be financially free. And so we have to be open to change. For me, I've been in TLC for 10 years, and I said this on a call the other night. It's not the money for me. It's
Yes.
the products for me. It's the people for me. When you have people that believe in you, that believe in what it is that you have presented to them, it's hard for you to just quit on that. I believe. Now, there are some people that can, but for me, I can't do that. When I first joined for Travis, who's my youngest, and I don't think I said his name, I wasn't gonna quit on Travis. It didn't
For
matter.
sure.
It didn't matter if I didn't even lose no weight. It didn't matter. I was not gonna quit on him. And so the products work. They do what they're supposed to do. If you do what you're supposed to do, that's why I
Mhm.
said you can out eat the products. But for me, if I do what I'm supposed to do, the products are gonna do what they're gonna do. So why would I even listen to or try something different? I know what works. It works for me. So that's what I'm sticking with. You can make money. I remember, I don't know if he still says it, but he probably does. Ambassador Birchwood always said, if you do nothing, you make nothing. But that's
Mm.
no different than your job. If you don't go to work, guess what? Your check ain't coming. So if you don't go to work your business, it's the same thing. So it's all about what you put into it. That's what you get back out of it. That's life.
Yes, yes. Hey, y'all. She told me she was shy.
I don't
I
know if
had,
you saw it. I saw it. Zeta said early on in the beginning, she's not shy.
I had to bug you real fast. I had to throw that out there because you are an amazing woman, and this
Thank you.
has been great. But you know what? I done held you for a while, but I can't let you go. Oh yeah, it's the only other thing that's standard. Oh, for Grind Time Live,
Okay.
and that's before you leave. Even though you dropping nuggets left and right, give us one more to get us on through the week. Just one nugget.
Whatever you do, stay true to you. Because at the end of the day, it's you and God. And so stay true to you no matter what you do. You stay true to you and live a life that you know God wants you to live, and you'll be good.
And you the bomb, Miss
Thank
Candace. I want
you.
to say publicly, I appreciate you for, just giving us your time, and coming on and sharing with us and bringing that smile and lighting up everybody's day.
Thank you so much for having me. I told my team earlier when you messaged me, I let it sit there for a little while because I was like, oh boy. But thank you for the ask, and I really do appreciate it.
Okay, and tell the rest of your team, I'm always looking for stories. I'm always looking for people to join me. So, and the ones that's on here, inbox me, and we can set up a date. And the rest of you just send out to your people because, like I said, I'm coming up on a year running. I'm think I'm about a couple of months away from being running for a whole year,
Okay.
and that's gonna be an amazing feat. I think I told D. Carl Brown he got to be on my year anniversary.
That's good. He's definitely a really good person. Like
Yeah,
he just has an energy about him that's just magnetic.
definitely, definitely. But okay, I'm finna go on and let you off. And like I
Okay.
say, once again, I do appreciate you, and I'll be reaching back out to you. And I don't know if you notice, I do different clips of the show, and then I upload it to YouTube and stuff like that. So the
Okay.
replay will be posted. It's harder for me to post it on YouTube, so it'll be like on Facebook, but then so I'm gonna try to transfer it to YouTube. I mean to Instagram,
Okay.
you know. So
Okay,
everybody to see it. Some people only on Facebook, some people only on Instagram. So I want everybody to see this show. So
gotcha. All right. Thank you.
thank you. You have a good one, Queen.
You too.
Now, how do we do this? No, don't want to end. Oh, hit the X. You said X.
I do.
There we go. Hey, y'all learning. I'm still learning Instagram, y'all. But y'all, that was the amazing Candace Long. A lot of y'all know her, and y'all see why I wanted her on because she's sweet as she can be. She's so supportive, strong woman, strong queen, and she gonna keep pushing and she gonna, if no what's the word, motivate others to keep pushing. And that's what Mr. Grind Time about. That's what Grind Time Live is about. To come on, have people come on, tell their story, and motivate others, because there's always somebody out there who your story will resonate with. It may just be one person, but that one person may be waiting on you. That's why I do this. God put this on my mind and on my heart to do it, and I'm not going to stop. And as long as I'm going to do everything I can to keep these amazing people coming with these amazing stories, just for y'all, because what it say, your will be done. But y'all, I want to take this time for thanking take this time to thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for showing me love on here and showing Miss Boss Lady Candace as her IG. If you haven't followed her yet, go and follow her, because I mean it's worth it. It's worth it. But I appreciate all y'all for joining me, and I will see y'all next Tuesday with another amazing special guest, because every story that comes on here is amazing. Trust me. Because like I always say, I ain't got nothing but love for you, fam. And remember, God loves you. Peace out.